Alright everyone, welcome to our fifth and final match. See if we can scrape together a victory here to claim improvement over our first Legacy League that we played. Okay, so, I mean again, the hand certainly doesn't do anything unfair. Turn 3 Jace seems alright. Go ahead and keep this hand, I guess. Throw some people off the scent. They think we're on infect. I'm excited to see what we're playing. That's one of the cool things about kind of breaking into a new format, is you get to play against a bunch of decks that you've never seen before, or if you've seen them, you haven't actually played against them, I guess. Because I know, at least for me, there's a very, very big difference. It's weird, actually. When I'm watching other people play games of Legacy or Modern or whatever, you know, you sit there and you're kind of watching them make the decisions, and you're like, oh, yes, that's kind of what I would have done, or oh, I would have done this differently. And it just feels like a whole different ball of wax when you're the one actually in the driver's seat. Oh boy, is this going to be a Tundra? Lightning bolt. Yep. Okay. Okay. So, do we want to play around days? I think maybe we do. Do we just want to unearth our Hierarch? Do we just want to wasteland their volcanic island? I feel like until I know a little more information, I don't know if I want to make a move quite yet. So we'll threaten with the wasteland and pass the turn. Alternatively, again, we could have unearthed the noble. That would have put us back on track. Gained us a bit of equity, because I think some more other creatures are going to be out of range. Well, that's not entirely true. We also have the Strix and Leovold, which also dies to bolt, so maybe we'll just keep the Unearth in our back pocket. Now, I think I've boarded this card out in every match so far this league, but I think against the bolt type decks is where this card shines a bit more. I don't know. Maybe I'm not correct, but that's what my gut tells me. So, under. Okay, these are the ones I play in paper. Love that art. Thank you very much, Mr. Argyle. I know there's some, well, at least in terms of Magic controversy, some tame controversy regarding the full art cards, but I really like them. But I do admit that there are probably some that don't lend themselves quite as well. It's going to be a Delver. Terramander. Okay. Don't lend themselves quite as well to being a full art card. Alright, so I'm going to play this. I'm going to play the Goyf. And then I think I'm going to fetch now to play around Stifle. Is Stifle a card that blue-red Delver plays? I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be, though. I think it might be. I really don't want to get stifled. So let's do that, and let's see. We got a green source that they can't really mess with, so let's just grab an underground. Pass the turn here. So I do definitely think this is the blue-red Delver deck that's been kicking around. I think we'll once we get this other UC in play here, I think we'll try and line up a removal spell against this little fella, just to try and keep the board clear. They can do this at any speed, right? Yes. Okay, so they can do that whenever they want, so long as they have the requisite cards in their graveyard. And this basically just becomes a flying Gurmag Angler. Or Tombstalker, I guess, was the original 5/5 flying. The good news is I don't think they have a way to remove this Goyf outside of spending 2 burn spells on it. Okay, or they're gonna turbo this dude. Oh man, that's not good. That's not good. Three spells, right? Ooh, yucky. Yucky. Okay. Good to know. So now their Terramander is a problem, and these Phoenixes are a problem. No attack. Interesting. Yeah, it's too bad. Alright, so Jace doesn't really do much. Doesn't really do too much here. So what if we... boy. I'll lead off with a Ponder, maybe. It's a whole lot of lands. So if they're playing Phoenix, I'm less inclined to think that they're also playing Stifle. And again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Just kind of what just kind of a gut feeling, I guess. I think we need to find an answer to the board here, because they're about to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Do I even want to attack with the Goyf, though? I think I will. Attack with the Goyf, and then see if they play Daze, I guess. So they triple block, my Goyf will survive, unless they play Gutshot, of course. Let's find out. Let's rumble on in there. So I imagine they're going to double block with the Arc Lights. Okay. When do I get to do this? Now, I guess. Okay, so unfortunately, they will get to keep their Terramander. Get rid of one of these. At least make them work for it a little bit. Kill the other one. And since we took that line, I'm gonna do this. I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot, but they have less mana to work with. Maybe there's a world that it'll restrict how they're able to operate. Now, alternatively, I could have saved that and just brought back the Goyf with Unearth next turn. Did I give them the mana they needed? Oh no, okay. Alright, so they will get to turbo out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, yes, so they get their big boy. Is it Charm? Oh, wow, okay, Manamorphose has made its way to Legacy. As far as I know, this is not a card that typically sees play, but it looks like this, looks like our opponent here has kind of just did a port over from Modern, maybe. Which I think was something that one of the gentlemen on one of the podcasts was talking about. I mean, but realistically, there's no, when the opponent had, what, 4 or 5, well, I guess 5 cards in hand by their turn, I guess there's no world in where they don't get their Phoenixes back. Because, of course, their deck is built to just do this thing right now that it's doing. So I guess we'll be bringing in Surgicals. Once again, though, I don't think this... We're bringing in Surgicals, we're bringing in... O2s. So, I guess we'll probably skip on the... We'll skip on the... big chunk here. Not great. Not great. So I guess, what, we play Wasteland, play a Jace, Brainstorm and die. Can cycle the Unearth. But I don't know what a show list my opponent. Alright, we'll go to the next game. Play from the Loam. Can't imagine that doing too much here. I'm going to bring in the Sword, because again, it makes our threats better. Our opponent plays a lot of cards. So we're just going to take out all these. By yes, a lot of cards, I mean a lot of instants and sorceries. Bring in the Deluge, and these two. I guess we'll bring in this too, why not? So we'll go down the Unearth. Yeah, I just think this is too much. The Sword is kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know, not sold. Not sold on the Unearth. Opponent might be on Blood Moon. Board here, so it's not good. Is this a matchup where you cut Noble Hierarch? I don't think so. I think the extra mana could be helpful, and again, if they do pop up down a Blood Moon, it'll help us cast some more spells. Maybe the Wastelands. Maybe we cut 2 Wastelands and Jace, although I'm sure Jace wins the game on his own. Let's cut a couple Wastelands. And let's cut Thoughtseize. Alright, let's try it out. And again, please, I get on here and I play these decks because I enjoy it. I am certainly not above wanting some input on the decisions I make over the course of a game. So if you're like, what is this lunatic doing in the way he's sideboarding, please do not hesitate to share your wisdom with me via the comments section. If you can do so in a way that is constructive and conducive, so much so the better. Alright, so I guess we will put back wish I knew whether our opponent was playing Daze in their deck or not. Okay. Slightly slower start. We'll go ahead and put this down here. If our opponent plays like a Thought Scour or something on our end step, maybe I'll... Alright, well there's the Phoenix. Okay. Alright, so we unfortunately don't have a way to protect this at all, but if our opponent just starts popping off here, do we want to do it right now? No, because they have to cast some number of spells first. So if this is a Manamorphose, a thing in the ice. Wowee. Okay. Bolt, Strand, Morphos, a second thing in the ice. And of course, as always, click the one in the graveyard. Alright, so this Abrupt Decay is about to be pretty decent here, I think. And I'm going to keep the second Assassin's Trophy. I do wish I would have jotted down what those other cards were, though. Yeah, I really wish I remember what those were. Can we afford to... Yeah, rats. Curse my short-term memory. Yeah, I think we just have to answer this. I think I'm going to opt to do that with... Assassin's Trophy. Gives him a land, but I think I want to save the Abrupt Decay for later. And I wonder if we snap Surgical, the thing in the ice, I wonder if we just win. Someone had like a bolt. They have 2 mana. I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough mana to... Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just answer the things and... Shoot, I really wish I would have remembered what was in our opponent's deck. Ooh, Blood Moon, that's kind of yucky. Do we want to snap Surgical right now? I think I do. I don't. I'm going to do it. No guts, no glory. And we're going to get a forest here. Oh. It's got something going on. Thing in the ice. Pay 2 lives. Okay, they do have Gutshot. Crazy. Alright, so Gut, Bolt, mana. Sorry for my mad tapping there. So how does our opponent beat us? They've got 1 Blood Moon left in the deck. I guess they gotta burn us. Oh no, that's not true. They have 2 Terramander. Okay. So I assume our snap is dead to rights here. Okay. It's digging. Really want to fetch land so we can get this black mana down. Please don't find a Blood Moon. Please. Come on. Can't imagine that they'll spend the Bolt on Leovold. And those Terramanders do still have the ability to close out the game very quickly, so let's be aware of that. Once again, I did get to see our opponent's deck twice this game, and no! Oh, that's awful. Oh god. Well, here comes the Bolt and or Gutshot. Alright. Gutshot it is. It's too bad. Should have this Bolt in hand, so we can definitely still lose this pretty easily, unfortunately. Jeepers. This is not good, friends. Not good. Things have certainly taken a turn. Alright, so there's the Bolt. You know nothing about their hand at this point. They have their own snap. Oh man. Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. We need a swamp. Swamp or a cantrip. I guess just like in Modern, anytime I just see a a blue-red 3-color combination deck, I should just automatically assume that they play Blood Moon at this point. Let's Island. It doesn't quite do it for us. We can cast that Goyf, though. So let's put back the Strix. Put back the Leovold. True Name. We can cast that as well. Okay. Then we're looking at 2 dead draws after that. Alright, I think this is just gonna have to be good enough. Or maybe we shuffle. No. Alright, we've picked our spot here. This is what we gotta work with. It's either gonna see us to victory, or we're gonna go down in a terrible, fiery, wizardy fate here. It's really kind of inconceivable that you can still lose a game after extracting their threats like that, but such is life. Alright, so we're gonna swing in here. I think we still have a Sylvan Library in our deck as well. Oh gosh, Hardcast Force. Okay. We still have a dead Strix to draw, which means we can't attack with our Goyf next turn. Two red mana. Is this Metamorphose? Yep. Okay. Oh man, I'd really like to get one more crack at a win here, but I don't think it's gonna be in the cards here. Especially all our opponent needs to do is draw Terramander, and we just lose on the spot basically. Which they are. They have 2 left in the deck, and they are rapidly digging towards, so this smells like a Terramander to me. Ponder. Okay. It's only a matter of time, however. And with this card seeing such prevalence, I mean, what, in 3 out of our 5 games we've played against Blood Moon decks, I really think that the two-color mana base is the way to go at this point. I would, of course, love to play the Miracles deck, because that is closest to what is in my, I guess, ideal wheelhouse here. Or they could just have 2 bolts and kill us. I mean, that's very possible as well. Nope. Okay, Terramander, so we're pretty much dead because we're going to draw a Strix, and they're going to monstrous this thing or whatever, and we just can't cast any more spells because of this card. And so we'll just lose. Which is too bad. Too bad. Is there anything we can do? Not really. So that'll just be that. Okay, so that has been our second Legacy League. Yeah, not. Oh yes, oh yes. Been our second Legacy League. It's been a lot of fun. I really like this format. Again, getting to play at SCG Syracuse was an absolute blast. And again, even though this, I've said it kind of in my recap of my weekend there, but even though you're kind of starting at the bottom again, really trying to learn the ins and outs of the way that this format operates, I've been having, even though I've been losing more games, I've been having a lot more fun playing Legacy than I have in the past with playing, or at least I should say recently with playing Modern. Yeah, we're gonna keep plugging away some games here. It feels good to be back playing some Magic again in my hopefully increasing spare time, and we'll see where things go here. I really like the bug color combination, but let's go back to the deck real quick. So unfortunately, yep, we went 1-4. So same bar as we hit last time, and I think I know last league we also kind of likewise just kind of lucked into a win. I think the Storm opponent we played, this deck kind of just did all the winning for us. Unfortunately for that opponent, and that one opponent we had this game or this league also kind of played a Death Shadow out when he was at 13 life, and that was a big oopsie, of course. And then we won just in the nick of time when our opponent had an 11/11 Shadow in play, and then he played a Lozov. Sorry, the opponent played a Lozov. So when we just so happened to draw the blue Rift Bolt off the top of our deck there, which came in clutch there, and knocked our opponent out of the match when he was at 3 life exactly. So we got real lucky there, and managed to squeak out another win. But like I said, I really like the bug colors. I really like this card, even though I don't think we didn't get to land a Leovold all league. But I still think it's a really cool card. I really like playing with it, and I think his day in the sun is coming soon. I shouldn't say soon, but it's coming. I don't feel like you can keep a color combination this powerful down forever in a format, and I know that Bug is seeing or saw a big surge of popularity in Standard. I think with the printing of cards like Jace and Assassin's Trophy, it's gaining maybe a little bit of traction in Modern, but it just lacks a little bit of oomph. I see that, of course, in a deck like this, we only really play the Force of Wills in terms of counter spells. I think if I continue to play Bug, I definitely want to get some hymns into the deck. I think that card is just stupid powerful, and I wish there was well, yes, I guess there was, up until, 10 months ago or so now, or 6 months ago or so, there was a black Noble Hierarch that enabled those types of strategies that everyone is, I guess, glad is gone from the format. But either way, we've got some other decks here lined up. We have, there's a gentleman by the name of Tom Hepp who plays a Bug Depths deck, and I'm a little sheepish about this one, just because it's, of course, like a combo-y style deck, and I really don't have a lot of experience with those kind of decks. So I think that there will be some, there's definitely been some growing pains, like I said, transitioning into the Legacy format, but I think that they will be amplified by playing a deck that is kind of completely outside my wheelhouse. But I do like Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond is a sweet card, and so maybe we'll still leave this up. But we also have, now this is the deck that really made me want to get into Legacy. This is a deck by Lincoln Baxter, the developer or creator of the the Top Decked app, which if you do not have on your mobile telephone, you should probably check it out. It's got all kinds of Magic news. You can create decks on there. You can things like check prices, manage trades. It also gives you your pairings. When you're live at an event, so that was super cool. Before everyone's even walking over to the pairings boards, I already knew what table I was going to from Syracuse, so that was neat. But yeah, this deck is also really super sweet. I've wanted to play it for such a long time. I don't know why. It's just something about some of these decks is just kind of intimidating to get into. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to make all these mistakes. I'm going to flush these tickets down the drain. But let's be honest. We kind of do that anyway. That's kind of what we do around here. So, yeah, this is just super sweet. And I've been dying to try it out for a long time. You have this kind of land toolbox here. And again, it's in some of my favorite colors. Even got this guy hanging out in there, single copy. Earlier iterations of this deck did play Mox Diamond, and it'd be kind of cool to maybe go back to that, look up one of the older versions of the deck. But I also, like I said, I don't know about how I'm feeling about the 3-color mana bases in the format right now. Another deck that I've been wanting to play for a little while is Blue-White Standstill. And I have this rather dated list here from, unfortunately I do not have a name to associate with Pilot, but I did play some games in the tournament practice room, which, you know what, maybe I'll upload here. I'm recording here on Sunday nights. Maybe I'll upload those. I kind of had them just hiding out in the wings for a while, but I'll toss them up there. You guys, if you've made it this far and you're still listening to me ramble on about these decks, you deserve it. You know, I do this for you all. So, but this is a strategy I really like. I wish this card was in Modern. If this card makes it into this this Modern Horizons set, I will have to immediately buy non-foil copies of the cards that I'll then be missing from Modern in order to play Standstill in Modern. This card is sweet, and it's also one of the decks I'd like to get into in Vintage eventually. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think I've chewed your ear for long enough here. So again, if you're still listening, hanging in there, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to get more content out there soon, and kind of keep consistent with it, because I love this game, and the community is fantastic. Again, I had such a great time at the SCG Syracuse event. So big shout out to all the fellas that shared a space with me for the weekend, and it was just a heck of a lot of fun. And who knows, maybe I'll make an effort to try and run up to GP Niagara, but we'll see how that goes. The timing isn't exceptionally convenient for that event. But. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.